Welcome back. Eli Lilly's oral GLP-1 drug, Mounjaro, reaching over 7,000 prescriptions in the U.S., roughly 1 month after receiving FDA approval. The results are already proving positive. Patients in phase 3 trials seeing an average of 27 pounds lost while using the drug. Joining me now is Eli Lilly's Chief Scientific and Product Officer and Lilly Research Laboratories President, Daniel Skovronsky. Daniel, great to have you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Mary. It's terrific to be together.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. And I guess let me start on the pill, because I know how incredibly successful your GLP-1 drugs have been. Are you betting that an oral obesity drug ultimately becomes the larger market over the injectable?
I think that's right, Maria. There's about 1 billion people around the world who need a medicine to help treat obesity or overweight. So far, we've reached about 20 million people around the world with injectables. I think orals will be the answer to scaling to meet that demand for people who need it.
Well, it's just incredible. And I know that the franchise really has transformed Eli Lilly. And I want to get your take on that because the company boosted its investment in 2 manufacturing sites in Indiana by $4.5 billion, bringing the state's investments since 2020 to $21 billion. And this new round of funding will allow for expansion of manufacturing and advanced therapies, including the GLP-1 drugs and others targeting diseases at the genetic level, Daniel. So do you see the obesity franchise having transformed Lilly as a starting point? Where is the next scientific breakthrough in your view right now?
Yeah, it's an amazing time to be at this company right now. We're actually here at the New York Stock Exchange celebrating our 150th anniversary of our founding. I don't think there's other American companies that are both this old and this successful. And the reason why is we keep bringing amazing drugs to people who need them. The obesity drugs, Zepbound, Mounjaro, Mounjaro, and more to come is one chapter in that history. But there's a lot more to come. We're making incredible progress fighting cancer and a number of new medicines in phase 3 clinical trials now, in immunology, where we have drugs to treat autoimmune diseases, and then in Alzheimer's disease, where we have a medicine approved, and we're working hard to see if we can actually prevent Alzheimer's before it gets started. The future is really exciting for us.
So tell me about that, because you've committed tens of billions of dollars in terms of U.S. manufacturing. Are you talking about that money largely on things like Mounjaro? Mounjaro just overtook rival Merck's Keytruda drug as the world's top-selling drug. Congratulations, that's incredible. Generating $8.7 billion in the first quarter compared to Keytruda's $7.9 billion, Daniel. But when you're looking at all this investment, are you doubling down on that, or are you looking at Alzheimer's and cancer as equal opportunities?
Yeah, it's both, Maria. Right now, of course, the obesity drugs are having a big impact on people around the world. That's great, and we'll continue to build manufacturing facilities as we need them. I think just since 2020, we've committed $50 billion to building facilities. That last $4 billion you mentioned in the state of Indiana is sort of our birthday present to the state to make that kind of investment. And we're excited to make these drugs and other drugs for patients that need them.
I mean, if you look at the company celebrating 150th year, 150th anniversary this year, what do you look at for the coming couple of decades? I mean, we've been talking about America 250 every day. We're looking at this great nation celebrating its birthday on July 4th, and there's Eli Lilly right there at 150 years. What an incredible momentum you have today. Where have you come from, and where are you going?
Yeah, it's a company that started with humble origins as a pharmacy in Indiana. But, when we think about where we are today, the promise of science to treat human diseases, to end human suffering from illness, has never been better. The things that we can do in our labs are just amazing. We can use gene therapies to correct hearing loss or blindness. We can cure cancers that we once thought were impossible. I mentioned that we hope to be able to prevent Alzheimer's disease. There's never been a better time to harness science for the benefit of humanity. And that's the business we're in. I think some of the advances we've seen in genetics and genetic medicines, as well as in artificial intelligence, really make this a prime time for discovery.
So let's build that out a bit, Daniel, because you've pushed aggressively into Alzheimer's, and I think we all want to know more about that. I know the audience is rooting for you on this for sure. What have you learned scientifically about Alzheimer's? That the fight here. Where are we in that, and what can you tell us about Alzheimer's?
I've been working on that disease nearly my whole life. I'm a neuroscientist and a neuropathologist, and to fight Alzheimer's, first we had to create new ways of diagnosing it as early as possible. We created brain scans that can see the plaques and brain scans that can see the tangles, and more recently blood tests that can actually detect the disease probably even before people have any symptoms of the disease. I think that's incredibly important. We see a future that's coming very soon where we should be able to screen for changes of Alzheimer's in the brain before people have lost their first memory. This could be part of routine screening of elderly patients in the near future. And then we can intervene with a drug that could stop them from ever getting the symptoms of the disease. We haven't proven that out yet. Those kinds of trials are ongoing now, but we're really close to knowing the answer if that's possible or not. I think it will be. All the data we've seen so far suggests the earlier you go in treating this disease, the stronger the effect. So it's so important to get diagnosed and treated early.
Yeah, very important. And is there anything you can tell our audience in terms of living their lives in basic things about safeguarding against Alzheimer's?
Yeah, the most important thing, I think, is for people who are worried about it, talk to their doctors and find out if they're right to get tested, if they're having symptoms of the disease today for sure. And then if they are, talk to their doctors about getting treated. The earlier we can intervene, the longer time people can have to live their lives with their families and enjoy the activities they do. Time is the most important thing we can give to people.
I mean, I was talking about things like regular exercise and basic things that people need to remember.
Oh, well, those are all good ideas too. Yeah.
But you mentioned AI. Let's end on the technology that you're using there at Lilly, because AI is reshaping biotech. And you mentioned it a moment ago. Tell me how much faster Lilly can discover or develop drugs as a result of AI, and how specifically is the company using it?
Yeah, we use artificial intelligence in almost every task that we do in drug development. Unfortunately, drug development takes a long time and is expensive, say 10 years and billions of dollars just to create one new medicine. I don't know that AI radically changes that. We're not going to be discovering drugs overnight or anything like that. But what it allows us to do is reach higher, to go for harder diseases, to make drugs that we thought were never possible before. And that's what we need to be doing. AI is making that possible for our scientists, designing new medicines. We've been at this 150 years, and I can't wait to see what the next 150 will bring. It's a great time.
And Daniel, before you go, I know that there's been such an incredible positive effect from these GLP-1 drugs in terms of not just weight loss, but other things like, helping someone avoid heart disease or other things. Have insurance companies and employers begin to see a measurable difference as a result of people on these drugs, like fewer surgeries or lower healthcare utilization, increased productivity, or anything like that?
Yeah, we have a growing amount of data that shows that by treating obesity, we can actually reduce costs to the healthcare system. So you sort of cited that this class of drugs has been one of the best-selling class of drugs. But as a result of its utilization, healthcare costs can actually come down, and we're starting to see the impact of different studies have started to publish on the savings that can accrue to healthcare systems and to employers. It's our job to get that word out, and sometimes that means going company by company, but people can have a role in that too, and we encourage people to talk to their employer, talk to their HR about making sure the drugs are covered for them.
All right, Daniel, thanks so much. Congrats on 150 years. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Daniel Skovronsky joining us. We'll be right back. Stay with us.